Pac-Man is an absolutely legendary 1980s arcade game. Now, what if I made it 3D? Well, since I still felt it wasn't very interesting, I made it American. What was this intro? Anyways, last time I wrote this raycaster, but I didn't know what to do with it. That was until one day when I was scrolling YouTube and found this. Yoink! But before I could even start on the game itself, I had to do some chores. Specifically, I needed to extend the sprite renderer I made last time to support multiple sprites. Fortunately, with the foundations I set last time, that shouldn't be too hard.
2,000 years later.
Yeah, it definitely was very hard, since my code was less stable than a Jenga tower. When casting the rays, I firstly cached the ray distances into an array. Afterwards, I chopped the sprites up into individual scan lines and rendered them. Before drawing them, I checked if the distance from the sprite to the player is smaller than distance to the intersection with a wall. And if you didn't understand any of this explanation, I don't blame you, but please see someone actually competent explaining it. With that being said, let's get to PACMAN. Don't quote me on this. The easiest part was drawing the orbs, particularly thanks to my experience pondering. Oh, ignore this scuffed Pac-Man map, I will definitely fix it. I won't, but oh well. Speaking of wells, we have to make the pathfinding. Don't ask me how wells relate to pathfinding. In Pac-Man's algorithm, the ghost initially has 4 movement opportunities. Before we select a move, however, all invalid directions need to be eliminated, so those adjacent to a wall are void, and since the ghost cannot turn 180 degrees, you gotta go. Afterwards, we'll select the cell with the shortest distance to the target and step in that direction. And that's all? I was honestly expecting some complicated bullshit with A star or Dijkstra, but it's so simple that it's just beautiful. Nevertheless, don't get too excited. If you've ever played the game, you'd know that there are 4 ghosts that, it turns out, differentiate by their target position. Blinky, the red guy, chases the player directly. Pinky tries to jump scare them by running 4 cells ahead of them, and Dinky, bro, what is wrong with you? He takes the Blinky's position and the cell 2 cells ahead in front of Pac-Man, forms a vector, doubles it and targets that cell. Never mind. The last fella is named Clyde, the dunce of the crew, and approaches the player if they are farther than 4 blocks, and when he finally gets close, he gets scared and retreats to his corner. He's just like me trying to have social life. Here's how the AI looks in game, and this is only one of 4 behavior modes. There is also the scatter and frighten mode. In the former, the ghosts basically just retreat to their corners. With the latter, I took a bit more creative approach, because I've had to put the FPS element somewhere. In the original game, if you eat this bonus pellet, the ghosts get really scared and start to run around. If you eat a ghost, it returns to the box in the middle and turns normal. Yeah, the animation is trashy, get over it. I decided to completely revamp the system. Now, if you collect a pellet, you get a gun. If you murder a ghost, apart from a felony conviction, you cause him to run around to the home and essentially act like in the original game. The same happens if he catches you, since I wanted to frankly make the game a little bit easier for the player. I took the easy route with the gun, by which I mean that when you shoot the gun, the program checks if a sprite is drawn within a specific region of the screen. If yes, it marks them hit, and else, it just drains one bullet. Oh yeah, I also redrew the sprites, which you've probably noticed since you have eyes. I also added sounds, which are not the original sounds because... I also added UI and a game over screen, but nobody cares about that. So smash like and subscribe, follow on Bluesky, start GitHub, and ciao!